Welcome to this week's Brittany's Bites. This week we are making a dish that can fill several different roles. You can make it as a complete dinner, a complete meal. You can do it as a side dish, or maybe as a little party dish you bring to the next gathering. It is Caprese pasta salad. I've made a version of this before, but I'm bringing it back because we're sort of in that season, that time of year where we want a little bit of a lighter dish like this, and one that can maybe serve a crowd. So let's get started. First of all, I got started with my pasta. I went ahead and boiled that according to package directions. Now, when I mentioned that I switched it up before when I made this, and I've often made it several times this way, I've used orzo, the little pasta that almost looks like rice. Works very, very well. But I kind of wanted a little bit of a chunkier, firmer pasta to go with some of the chunks of ingredients that we're gonna put in here. So I'm using the cavatappi. If you have seen this type of pasta, it's a little curly Q pasta. Let's take a look here. So cute, love it. So I've already gotten that, cooked according to package directions. I wanted to do that because, of course, with a pasta salad, you want to cook it and boil it in that salted water, but then you want to immediately rinse it in cold water to stop the cooking and cool it down so that you can start putting the pasta salad together, which is what I'm doing. So I've got about half a box here. Yes, it comes with a lot. This is a whole pound of pasta in here. So I did about half the box, maybe a little bit more, but that's what we're gonna go with. And then we're gonna do some fresh tomatoes. These are grape tomatoes that I've just washed and rinsed and also cut in half just to get myself ready for everything. Look at those, great. And then the next thing I want to add in here, I think, is going to be, and the other reason, by the way, you want to cool down the pasta is when you add this cheese that we're going to talk about, you don't want it to immediately gum up and melt in there. Not good. That's not what you want to happen. So thankfully, this is all cool. These are the little mozzarella pearls. I like the smaller ones. Now, you can also get the ones that are a little larger. I don't know what they're called. Are they just mozzarella balls? But they're about twice the size as these little pearls. Let's see if I can get into them. This is an 8-ounce package, and I'm just going to kind of squeeze them in there. We'll show you how small these are. So these are the tiny little pearls. Again, I kind of want everything to be bite-sized and also to be mixed up in there. So I'm gonna separate this as they're coming out. They're kind of all stuck together. Great. And you know what I love about this? The colors as well, because we've got the bright red of the tomatoes, the white of the cheese, and then we're gonna put on some basil here in a moment. Okay, those are pretty good. Got them all out there. And speaking of that basil, I am gonna put it in, but not quite yet. So I'm gonna give this a little stir, get everything combined before we put in the dressing. And we're kind of keeping things light here. So that is a good thing as well. That's kind of what we wanna do this time of year, right? Already looking very pretty. I'm gonna scooch this over and then let's put together our dressing. Very simple. Okay, we're gonna start off with, the olive oil. So you just wanna have some good olive oil. We're gonna do a 1/4 cup of that. See, I should have probably poured it out, but we'll just squeeze to get this 1/4 cup here. Okay, perfect. Get that in there. Then we're gonna do twice the amount of balsamic vinegar, but it's not just any balsamic vinegar. So we're gonna use white balsamic vinegar. I don't know if you've seen that in the store or not. You can find it in a couple of places. You gotta kind of search for it, because obviously the regular balsamic is much more popular. But I'll tell you the reason why you wanna do this, because guess what happens when you put balsamic vinegar, the dark balsamic, on this pasta? It's gonna turn the pasta brown. Totally fine. The taste will be great. It will taste fantastic. So if you're just doing this at home with your family, who cares? But if you want to take it to a party or something, it just looks a little nicer if you're not serving brown pasta. But again, it doesn't really matter. All right, this also is good. You know what? We'll just take a moment. I'm gonna do, because I'm doing half a cup, I'm doing twice as much, I have to fill up 2 of these. So just stand by as I put a half a cup of white balsamic into this dish here, and then we'll move forward. Okay, I got my 2 little 1/4 cups, making a half cup there. Ooh, oh no. Ooh, I love the smell of balsamic. I can totally smell it. All right, what else we're gonna put in here is 1 clove of minced garlic. So not a whole lot here. I wanna make sure I use it all though. Do love that garlic. Put that in. I'm gonna do some salt and pepper. I love pepper, so I always do a lot of it. Some salt. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is some honey, just to sort of give it that little hint of sweetness and break up the flavor of the balsamic so it's not just pure acid. So we wanna do a teaspoon of honey. I think I've told you this trick before. If you just take a little nonstick spray on your little measuring spoon here, ooh, that will have the honey come right out for you. So again, a teaspoon here, right in. It's so lovely. Now we just need to get this all mixed up. Okay, got the pasta salad back here. I'm gonna pour it all over. Great. Okay, almost done. See how quickly this comes together as well? Really, it's just a matter of cooking that pasta, which takes a few minutes, and making sure it's cool. Now, just to sort of finish this off and make it look all pretty, I think it's usually like 8 to 10 leaves of basil, but the leaves on the basil I got were super small. So I think just eyeball it, however much you think should go in here. And I want to leave some for garnish. So I'm just going to sort of mix this all together. Make sure everything gets coated, and then we're gonna be good to go. Now here's the key. You do wanna make this a little bit ahead of time because you wanna give a chance for all of these flavors to marry and come together. So you wanna put it in the fridge for several hours before serving. So this is something where you can put it together, say you're going out to a party, put it together, then go get ready for the party, and then grab it out of the fridge as you're walking out the door, and it'll be perfectly ready to go. And you will see at the bottom, there is a lot of dressing there. So you wanna sort of give it a zhuzh and stir it every so often while it's in the fridge to make sure everything is getting coated, and it will really start to soak it up into those noodles as well. So I got a few hours in the fridge, and then let it soak up. And then you have your caprese pasta salad. It smells fantastic and it looks so pretty, right? So hopefully you'll try this maybe as a side dish for your family. You could always add some cut chicken or cooked chicken if you have that. That'll make it a whole meal, a side dish, or take it to a party. If you would like the full written out recipe, you can go online right now to WBIR.com.